Hey everyone, happy Friday, happy New Year, happy 2026. I hope you're all doing well. As always, I'm Aidan, your DM for questing through Elystra. Welcome back to our crazy adventures in the chains of the Pantheon. How is everyone doing today?
Pleased to be back. It's been a while. We've had a
Has been
few
a while.
hiccups and a little bit of break over Christmas, but yeah, definitely pleased to be back.
I'm in a particularly good mood this week. I've managed to change my job. I put 4 conditions forward saying if you want me to take this job, you need to meet these. They met each of them and then some. So I'm in a very good mood because of that.
Amazing. Luke, good mood as well, or is life just shit?
Yeah. No, goodish mood. I mean, I've broken 2 vans since we last left the call. So yeah, no, we're doing great.
What's that?
Oh, I've broken
Basically
up.
a month. I think we finished. Was it the 12th? We recorded last. So yeah, that is just over a month. So good going. And yes, equally doing well. You'll notice we're missing Rex tonight. Yeah. So God bless Rex. It's the kids and Chris tonight. So no, Rex, we do love you. Hope everything with like mum duties
Speak
and
for
life
yourself.
is going well. But yes, we will try and keep this ship afloat, unlike you guys did last session. But no,
Wow.
is there anything anyone's got before we start, or are we all good to get started on our thing?
No, I mean, I've seen there's one person, like a couple of people, someone saying hi, and Day, you're back. It's nice to see you.
Yes,
I think
not
you
ready for
missed.
the memes.
I do think you missed out. I know you put Bray, but I know you meant William, and it's fine. So.
Or just Aiden. Aiden
not
might
your
have been
spell
actually
card.
the name.
I mean, oh god, I'm gonna really have to, because I'm so used to doing a different voice. I'm really gonna have to try.
Yeah, there's been a couple of
We-
I've been laid up knackered.
Well, damn.
Both me and Chris, we've been a bit under the weather over Christmas, so we've had to sort of take it easy. So off stream,
Offline, yeah.
it's gone to Dudley to run it, which Dudley has learned how mental this lot are.
Learned?
think
I
from a
already
running
knew.
point of view. Okay, you've learned from a DM's perspective how mental this lot are. But yeah, there's all different voices in the mix, so I think it will also be a job for us all tonight to remember half of the accents. That
We had. I think some of us have been preparing backup characters because if people remember the boat going under the water, yeah, it's probably not the best thing for all of us.
It's
but
generally not good for boats to be underwater.
no,
It's
Unless
a
you're
general
grey.
rule.
unless it's yellow.
Little yellow
Wait for that
submarine.
to clear. There we go.
Exactly.
I was just choking on a burp because I can't even breathe or do anything right.
Fantastic. We are also professional to be back, aren't we? We are. You can tell we have not missed a step other than every single one of them. But anyway,
And a couple
we
of
are
weeks.
happy-
Apologies for coming back a little bit later than we promised.
Yes, apologies. Yes, I basically
Yeah.
knackered my back, so I spent the past weeks just laid in bed. And I said to the
We don't
guys
care.
before we started, I did consider DMing from like my bed with like my iPad, and it would have just would have been fun for anybody.
What?
Sorry,
Huh?
sorry, it's my headphones, guys. We'll get there. We will get there. We are so professional, I promise. But yes,
Hi.
so,
Chris is
as
so
always-
looking forward to this.
oh Christ, me and Chris, I think are gonna die. Anyway, as always, a quick shout out to the tools we use. So the session music you'll hear behind us is from Pocket Bard, and our podcast intro that you'll hear if you're through Spotify is Corner of Music. I absolutely love the new intro. I think it works really well. It adds to that professionalism. We have to kind of pull up the scores where we can. And as always, you'll find all our links in our link tree. So, if we jump back a month to when you all left Mosswood behind, and you continued south towards Zaespurr. Along the way, you had Chris apologising for his drinking the night before, and he spoke of a fisherman friend in Zaespurr named Jack, who might be able to offer you passage by his ship. That evening, you arrived at a surprisingly plush forest encampment, and you eventually found shelter within a hidden hobbit hole. During the night, William studied his pocket watch and noticed something unsettling. The second hand was continuously pointing north. Troubled by his promise to protect Aurora, he began to spiral, until Zac sat with him offering a quiet heart-to-heart. Before turning in, Zac gifted William 175 gold as thanks for protecting him and Chris on the road. The next day, you pressed on towards Zaespurr. Near nightfall, you were stopped at a checkpoint by 2 trolls, Kenneth and Jonesy, who checked to make sure you were not wearing the colours of black, red, or gold. Jonesy, however, was immediately enamoured with Fluffy, spending far too long petting her hair. That night, Bray and William both took watch. During the quiet hours, Fluffy spoke to William for the first time, firmly refusing any attempt to be taught how to read, and making it very clear that he wanted everyone to know he could talk, much to William's disgrace. By the following day, you reached Zaespurr. Before entering the port, you shared a serious conversation about unity and trust, acknowledging that when you fail to work together, you are weaker for it. Loren made her frustrations clear with both Bray and William, with Kaz adding his own stern words. In the middle of it all, Fluffy leapt out and revealed that he could speak. At the docks, you met up with Jack, who told you about his ship and his planned journey towards Impurr. Loren and William shared a quieter moment, speaking honestly about their pasts, whilst Bray and Cass went shopping for supplies, picking up clothes and cooking gear. With preparations complete, you set out onto the water. However, it was not long before you were attacked by creatures rising from the sunken ship below. The battle was short, but rather brutal. The DM finds his notes. The sea itself seemed to turn against you as a colossal kraken rose from the depths, dragging the ship down with it. When consciousness returned, you all awoke deep underwater, still clinging to the broken remnants of the ship. But as you all looked around, Loren was nowhere to be seen. So, as you rest amongst the wreckage of the ship, what do you all want to do?
I take a deep breath because fuck you all, I can breathe underwater.
Are we underwater water, or are we in some kind of cavern, or
Underwater water, almost kind of, not the depths where it's pure pitch black, but you're probably 15 meters down.
And there is water literally all around us.
You're properly underwater. You are
Okay.
still all kind of on. So the way the ship has been pulled down, it's like left a wreckage where you can kind of roughly see a layout of a ship around you. It's just very much broken. But you are all somehow, well, we know how Bray's breathing, but the rest of you are all somehow still breathing.
Still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
take a few
When you say,
minutes to realise that we are breathing?
I was going to say, we are breathing normally, but underwater?
So you're breathing, but the air almost feels thicker. Almost like you're inhaling warm soup. It's the only description I can think of.
So what I've got to understand is, for a whole freaking month, I've been trying to plan on how to cast spells and organise stuff without freaking breathing, and you're telling me I can breathe underwater. Perfect.
Yeah, equally for the past sort of 48 hours when Loren has told us, Rex told us she wasn't going to be here, so we're going, yeah, we'll control Loren, it's fine. Yeah, Loren's missing. Rex is aware of this, by the way. She's not going to have a random oh shit moment. Rex is completely aware. She's been playing along in the chat fantastically.
Oh, I hate her.
To William, is this your doing? How are we breathing?
No, nothing to do with me, I don't think. Can we talk quite well? Or...
You can talk. The sound is somewhat muffled, but you are able to. You can make out what each other are saying. But please don't all start doing underwater versions of voices, because my brain will.
I don't know what you're saying.
You at the same bloody time. Christ. For the podcast listeners, we got the finger on the lips, noise.
You do know as soon as you see it, don't do it.
Yeah, I know. Don't not do anything. Silly, no. Yes, you're all breathing. You can hear each other roughly, slightly muffled. But within this wreckage, there's William, there's Cass, there's Bray, there's Lady Velvet, there's Fluffy.
Fluffy?
I can't remember what Fluffy was wanting to be called. Was it Spiky? What is something more fierce?
He's Fluffy. No, he's Fluffy.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice.
No, we agreed in the end that it's like
did you
go
agree in the end?
Fluffy, yeah, and people like if I sent him to enemies and it's like go Fluffy, they're gonna go and then he's gonna destroy them.
Double bluff, cool. And also Jack. Jack is also the old fisherman.
I was just gonna ask.
Well, I'm going to start looking around for Loren, because still actively avoiding talking to William. Like, I've seen that they're alive, I've seen that they're somehow breathing, so I'm not in like a panic, but it's going to be right. I need to find this bitch so that I can go back to ignoring her because I know she's alive.
Cool.
It's a very complicated child-ish emotion. Called petty.
Yeah, there's definitely a name for that one.
But yeah, I'll swim up and have a look.
Jack.
Yeah, so just give me investigation. Check, please.
Right. New dice, first roll. Oh, 15.
1.
Plus. Oh, 16 total.
Cool. So as you're looking around, there's nothing jumping out at you. It's has Bray been? I know he's a Triton. Has he spent much time underwater, or has it not really been his thing?
He has been underwater. Like, it was something he almost had to learn as he was older because it wasn't like a youngness thing. But when he was sort of in the monastery compared to back in the mountains, yes, he's definitely been underwater.
Cool. So it's what you'd expect. There's coral. There's plants. There's a few basic animals. Nothing threatening as such, but at least kind of in a sort of, let's say, sort of 15, 20 foot sort of 20 meter sort of radius, probably where you've gone exploring whilst everyone else is still on the ship. There's no sign of Loren. There's equally no sign of capture, which is one of the probably more concerning things.
Yeah, can I see the fucking Kraken? That might be more important.
Yeah, you don't see it in you. You do see like where the immediate stone kind of caves around you are. There is crumbled. There's definitely signs of that something with great mass and force has been here, but you're equally not quite sure of what time has gone by since you've all been not asleep, but sort of passed out.
Oh damn! They done words, accent,
Words.
fuck, me sideways.
Oh Christ, it's become. We're not even 15 minutes in.
I am being very appropriate for an over 18 stream.
For Bray as well.
Exactly. No, I will. If I can't see them, I will have a quick, like, perimeter scout. I'll pop my nose in, but not going all the way into like different caves that I'm seeing to see if there's like any. Oh, Krakens might have gone down that way. Sort of thing,
Yeah, there's nothing like shouting out to you. It's more. You're more seeing destruction than anything else, rather than something hiding. It's more damage.
Okay.
And you know where coral begins to lose its colour as it's dying, there's a mixture of that.
Joyous
It's quite grey and murky.
That's upsetting to me as a marine biologist.
Is Jack nearby?
Yeah, Jack is nearby. He's obviously, probably due to his age, he's taking a bit longer to kind of get up. But he's still staying similar within the perimeter of the boat to what all you were. And kind of more surveying, not investigating as such as Bray is, but he's definitely more surveying the state of his, if you could call it, boat.
I'll go over to him. Jack, I know you said this boat had many protections laid upon it. Is breathing underwater one of them? Is this a feel safe?
It is, yes. It is made to protect against elements. Water being one of them. I believe I spoke to one of you when we was on land about it protected against elements. Yes, water is one of them. However, if you leave the ship, that could become more of a problem.
I was about to ask that,
And
yes.
also looking around, it's well, everywhere's it's all a bit damaged, isn't it?
It seems to have taken a bit of a battering, yes.
I didn't expect a Kraken would come. Well, I didn't expect anything would attack us, really. It's quite a safe route to Impurr. I've done it at least 2 times.
At least twice.
At least.
Do you think the magic will hold up for a while? Are we in any kind of imminent danger?
Within the boat, I feel we should be safe. It's admittedly, I've never tested it being broken and destroyed and underwater. I've never tested that theory, but we seem to be okay, at least for now.
Agreed. Although we are missing one of our party.
We are the sort of tough one.
The serious one, yes.
I mean, the tough one's right here. The one that's got anger issues that needs to sort themselves out. She's the one. She's disappeared, and I can't find a trace of her. I say
I
that's
would
not
say
just
the one
swim
with anger
down.
issues is still here, Bray.
No, I'm the one that's been upset. There's a difference.
Discussion for later.
Mine's
Any
not an
sign of
issue.
her?
Mine is relevant. No sign of her. And I can't see any direct sign of the Kraken either. So I'm assuming she's been eaten, and I'm now going to be very depressed because I haven't been able to tell her I was right and I told you so. And she's not here to argue it, so clearly I am correct in this matter.
It's certainly a theory.
I'm so getting the DM.
Game theory.
I'm going to satisfy my own curiosity, and I'm going to see how far I can get from the ship before I start feeling that the magic that is protecting me isn't working.
Yeah, okay, so I'll say to you, does any of you other than Bray have swim speed? No, so...
In theory, I do, but I know donkey paddle.
So we've got bloody rabbit paddle and squirrel paddle going on. No, so you make it off sort of where the sand is. You kind of find sand and rocks and sort of quick grime underneath your feet. You maybe make it 10, 15 foot, and you're beginning to try and take one of these breaths, and it's just a gulp of water.
As soon as that starts happening, I'll come back. As I do so, is there any sign of Lorraine? Anything that she might have been carrying or wearing visible?
There may be like a few remnants of maybe bits of a clothing that have been caught, like when someone was taken, but there's nothing like, oh look, she's dropped breadcrumbs. There's unfortunately none of that.
Oh, fair enough. I'll make my way back into the wreckage.
Welcome back. You having any?
I didn't make it very far. I assume you can go.
Well, yes, I have gills that tend to be able to breathe and walk underwater.
Well, at the moment, we're a bit stuck. Do we head back to the surface, or do you go looking for Lorraine? She has to be somewhere. I refuse to believe she's been devoured by that beast.
I doubt she's been devoured. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. She's too much of a pain in the ass to be eaten. Right, so...
Funny, I remember her saying something the same when Aurora was taken. I panicked wondering if you had maybe taken Brain. She said that, if they did take you, they're just going to bring you straight back because you're just a pest.
I mean, not to be too childish about the matter, but it definitely takes one to know one. So, I'm going to go...
I agree with you too, definitely.
I'm going to absolutely go and have a quick little swim around.
Try and stay, just for the moment, and it's up to you. I know you're not talking to me, but if you stay 120 feet
That's a good point.
away,
I'm not talking to you, I swim away.
Okay, I'm gonna literally cast message and send the green hand. Green hand is like a old telephone. It's just chasing after you, trying to catch up to your swim speed because I know you're fast.
Little legs swimming behind it.
I will intentionally go to 121 foot.
Just smile at him as you
Oh,
turn around.
petty as fuck.
Is Bray actively looking for things again? What is Bray doing on this sort of little venture outside of the ship?
What I'm honestly tempted to do, obviously, I did just nosy in the caves. I want to... See, it's hard. I've had a character die this week because they were by themselves. I feel like it might happen twice if I do this.
Whilst this is going on, could Bray just give me a nature check, please, actually?
No.
Whilst he's doing this, can one thing William wants to do is go to roughly where he saw Cass walk to with the water, and if it's sand, he's going to start drawing a circle. So every time he puts his head, he goes water, air, and he's just making a
work
circle.
out how far he can sort of go from there.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then
Okay,
the
so Bray doesn't really
slightest
spike
tide
immediately.
just blows the sand out. But
You can imagine just going. You see William's face as he realises it's gone. Just like
I haven't realised.
raccoons and they've dropped candy floss in a puddle and it disappears. That's what I imagine William's face as the sand goes.
Like, William hasn't noticed. He's gone all the way round, and because it's washed away the first bit, he's going, thinking he'll find the start at some point.
So William's quite happy doing that. Kaz is on the boat with Jack. Bray, what's Bray doing?
like I said, he is. I'm going to just swim into a cave. The first cave where I see the cave where I see the first wreckage, like it's been tried to be pulled in. I'm swimming straight into it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is probably the first thing that looks of some sort of, I don't want to say use, but sort of at least something's happened recently rather than just here's a load of rubble. You're probably looking 500, 600 foot away. Would he be going that far?
I will swim back. I'm going to tell Cass specifically, and I will see. I'm going to see William doing the line. I'm just going to swim right over his head. Give me a few minutes, give me 10, 15 minutes, and I'll do my best to be back as quick as I can.
Don't take any unnecessary risks, Bray. Just look and come back.
I'm not that foolhardy. No answers to that one. Just kicks off again. I will attempt a stealth check when I get close to the cave so that I can sort of sneak in.
Cool. I'll semi-pause Bray there and go back to sort of the boat. So whilst William's kind of busy doing his thing, is there anything Kaz is doing? He's wanting to kind of ask anything to Jack, or is Kaz just more investigating the immediate vicinity still?
I can't really go that far. I'll check to see if there's anything salvageable in the wreckage where we are. I do want to. I'll go up to Jack and see is there any way this can be recovered, repaired? Will it?
It doesn't look that way. Everything other than the magic seems pretty damaged. This was my ship for quite a while, and you kind of almost see him look quite crestfallen. Says, I never thought it would come to such ways, but at least I have a story to tell of it.
Do you think if we need to move underwater, if we take part of the boat with us, the magic will come with us?
It might, but I don't really know.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you to your thoughts for now, Jack, on that one, and I'm going to see if there's anything worth salvaging from where we are.
Thank you. I'm not going to get a check because you're looking around, you're taking your time, you're not trying to find anything that's tricky as such. There is sort of lengths of rope that will have been on the boats. There is like quite a heavy anchor that, like, if wanted, could be taken. But in terms of just general things, this boat has been pretty well destroyed. I'd say rope is the best thing. She probably got rope where it was kind of climbing up Crow's Nest. Maybe there's a bit of material from where the sails might have been, but that's really the most you'd probably be able to get out of the boat.
I'll gather what I think might come in useful. Bit of rope, some seals, and what have you, and that'll be me done.
Okay. Anything more from William? Was he just busy cracking on?
He's muted, I think.
I can't hear you if you're speaking, William.
I have actually set up the microphone now to actually mute when I hit the mute button, rather than just doing it on Discord. and I forgot about it. So yeah, William, he realizes what's happened. He's gone past the same set of seaweed 4 times now, and he's like, "Hang on a sec." So he's going to walk back to the boat, and he goes, Cass goes, I was trying to make an area to say we know where we're safe. I don't know what we can do. Do you think if we take even just a small section of this boat, like the runes, do we know what runes do what, so we can maybe make?
I asked Jack the same question. He's unsure. I think if it comes to it, all we can do is try. Otherwise, it'll be swim back to the surface.
William looks up. Does he see the light of the surface? Or are we actually that far down?
I think back to my day scuba diving. You can see where the surface is, and there's a little bit of glimmer, but you can see it's like 15 meters up. It's a big old swim up.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure how long I can hold my breath for to get up there, but if we could try. Do you know, and I look around and say, so obviously the section of the boat we're on right now, when you say there's other sections like where it's been destroyed, are they swimmable distance?
Yes. So where the boat is, imagine sort of the length of the boat is. Imagine it's just been flattened. Is there just the simplest way to kind of visualize it in your head? The boat is still, obviously it's destroyed. Some bits are thrown here and there, but there's roughly still a structure to this boat because it was essentially just pulled straight downwards without much movement.
So what I mean is is there a part where it's got the roots on it that's the bit we're right now? That could be a little bit further away, and because in my head I'm wondering if that part of the ship has got breathable air, like we could use it as a stepping stone to get a little bit further to look.
Okay, so there's, rather than clear sections that are a distance away, it's more bits of debris. William is more than welcome to try it, but yeah, there's not clear sections, it's more just debris.
Okay. Knowing roughly where Bray went, I'm just going to try and do a message. I know he's out of range, but just like I'm just going to try and swim to another area to see if we can breathe there. And I am going to give it a try.
He's going to drown.
Give me an athletics check.
Athletics. Oh, yay. -1.
Let me tie some rope to you before you go. And if you get into trouble, tug on the rope.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Cass. That's my first roll this year, in theory. I rolled a 5 -1.
Okay, so you do manage to make it. Takes a lot of your breath, but you do manage to get it to this debris, and you can feel your breath is tightening. When you only feel that kind of tightness on your chest, and you can feel it as the air begins to go. And you go take this breath, and immediately, like Simmons has a gulp of water as soon as you try and take a breath.
He's grabbing the rope, pulling it, and trying to pull himself back along.
I'll obviously pull the rope back if you're in.
I'll say Cass successfully does manage. Chris would probably see this going on and try and help. And they do actually put you back on, despite kind of this look of sheer panic on William's face.
As soon as I get past that, like, oh, well, that bit's not safe. Do I try a different area, or do we just say this is the only safe bit?
It depends how much you like the taste of seawater.
It was vile. I'd never tasted something so salty in my life.
I think that answers your question then.
Okay, so whilst you two have kind of your discovery, we will kind of jump over to Bray, who's kind of made their way towards this first, at least, visible cove that looks a little bit more active. Could we please get your stealth check, please, Bray?
Yes, you may. That is +6 for a 19.
Cool. So
New dice, hard
you
to
make
read.
it. So you're staying pretty comfortable. You're being used to actually do the advantage. Go again. I'll probably say Bray will do it with advantage because Have been used
19.
to this terrain? Brilliant. Magic. So yes, you make your way into this cavern, and this just opens up, and there's some sort of plants and algae you notice that Bray would probably be at least aware of, that are giving off a bit of natural light, so it is still visible here. Similar to those that are near the boat. It's not pitch black, don't worry.
Bless you.
Thank you very much. And as you look around, you see there's sort of human-sized cages in the distance, kind of almost layering the wall, the back wall of his cavern. And as you look close, you see there's maybe 3 or 4 Sahuagin guards walking one way, walking back, almost guarding these cages. But it looks very regimented. It looks like there's a structure to the way they're guarding, and you'll notice every so often they'll kind of walk out and walk kind of more of a distance outside of the cove, checking the perimeter, and you're obviously kind of clocking this and sort of trying to outskirt them whilst they're going. But that's what you see as you're hiding pretty well outside this cave.
So, how far back are the cages? Can I make out anyone or anything in them?
So, I'd say you. What's your different visions, please?
60-foot dark, and then passive perception, or just general perception.
Passive perception, please.
My
sheet's up.
16.
Cool. So you can make out kind of generic features. Do you know what I mean? You can probably make a guess. It's quite a distance. There looks like to be within these caves, although there's probably say 6 or 7, even 8 maybe cages, only 3 of them look occupied, and they all within them have tritons.
No, I realised I've got waterproof cloaks. We could just bubble them up and walk around like a fucking hamster ball. Right. I am going to fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck a triton. I want to see how close I can get to see if I can make out any sort of distinguishing features. I don't want
stealth.
Yeah.
You've been down the stealth, but not with advantage this time because you're trying to be kind of. There's a bit more risk. You're near the guards now.
Natural 20.
Oh, thank God! Your face said so
What does that
different.
add up
Then.
to? Is it 26?
26.
Cool. So by staying where you stayed, you've got quite used to the guard pattern of these Sahuagin guards. It's not. You're able to kind of go, okay, well, I know they're going to go here. I know they're going to go that way. So you're quite easily able to move where you can sense that he's not going to initially spot you. And as you get there, you get closer to these 3 tritons in the cage, and you don't recognize any of these 3 at all, but they do all clock you. And one of them, very tired, very weary, just looks and he's kind of waving over, kind of using what energy he can to try and get your attention.
I'm assuming I get to keep the same stealth on, just try and sort of make my way behind their cage. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you know, so the guards kind of come back, but they're not actively looking inside here. Do you know what I mean? They know they've got the people captured.
Yeah.
They're more trying to clock out the entrances and the exits of West. Because where I envisage it is there's like a cave wall here, and the rest of it's just open. So they're more taking attention to anything that could come in from the wide entrance.
Almost kind of want to make it look like if they did look, I'm just a triton in a cage. I'm just sort of just hiding.
Yeah.
Hello there. You what's going on here?
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sorry.
General Kenobi.
So you're
Hello
asking, and one that probably looks more. He looks more like a scout, kind of looking at what his kind of build is and also what he's got. We were taken by them.
No shit, you're in a cage.
Yes. You asked what happened. We were taken.
you were calling me over for a specific reason, I assume.
Yes. Can you get us out of here? You've obviously made your way past the guards.
Mm-hmm.
You are at least sneaking past.
Is it only
If not all of us, at least save some of us.
Is it only the two of them?
Yes. We're the only ones here who are captured.
Is it only it's only the two guards?
2 or 3, some come, some go, but at the minute it's just a couple.
Okay. How strong are they? I say as I lower my head so I don't feel the judgment from Cass.
So as you're saying this, he says, "Whoa, I wouldn't take them. I've seen them kill many of my kind. Pretty simply." And he looks at you and he says, "Actually, many of our kind, it seems."
I don't have a kind. But I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm going to pull out. I've got like dried herbs and leaves and stuff like that, and I'm going to grab one of the seeds. It's like, obviously, because you can get like a herby mix.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find it out and I'm going to shove the seed into the lock and I'm going to use Druidcraft to grow the plant and break the lock.
Okay, give me Arcana check, please.
Could I add my spell modifier because I'm using a spell instead of Arcana directly?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because obviously Arcana's intelligence and I'm using a wisdom spell.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, so as it grows, you hear this, as you'll hear this very old and kind of rusted lock kind of begin to move, and you hear this little, as it just clicks. Doesn't twist, but you just see the tiny little bit of the lock just click.
Mm-hmm. No, let me try get the others first. Don't go. If you go at once, it's going to fuck everyone over. And I'll sneak round as best I can to the others and be like, shh. Pop in a
And they'll
seed.
just kind of nod, having seen what you've done with the other Triton. They just nod and I'll say, I'll carry it over. You manage it with the others.
Yeah.
Well, Cass, do you think he's found Loren? He's been a while.
He's not been gone too long just yet. Hopefully he's heeded our words and is being careful.
Well, I mean, I know he can be a bit of a fiery person, especially at the moment, but he's not stupid. He wouldn't do anything that's going to put him in harm's way.
We may have differing opinions there, William.
Oh, okay.
You saw the way he acted above the water.
But he knew that he always knew he had his back. Yes, he went a bit reckless fighting, but he came back and he joined us back on the boat. He didn't have to do anything. He wouldn't do something without talking to us first anyway. I mean, we are a team after all.
Well, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's give him a little bit longer. It's not as if we can go after him anyway at the moment.
No, definitely not. Maybe we can start a long rest so we can get some of back.
I don't think we've got enough time for that.
The air runs out halfway through your long rest. You're all dead. Except Bray. But yes, you freed them all, and they're all sort of almost waiting on Bray's direction almost at this point.
So I'll go back to the main one. Obviously, I'm assuming you know the others. Does anyone here have any skills we might be able to use?
I've been a scout and a herbalist, and he kind of points down. You see this little sort of leather pack on him. Says they never took this from me. They, as strong as they are, they didn't seem the smartest, the guards.
Okay, I can use that.
These other two, they aren't the strongest. And as you look, they're quite young, not like childlike, but maybe sort of 17, 18. Just they're only new. They just came out with me, and well, the Finn folk decided they would take us.
Okay. All right. If you go in that direction about 500, 600 feet, there is a sunken ship. It's
Okay.
literally just been pulled down by a kraken, and a couple of
I did
my-
hear sort of 10 hours ago. I heard it, and we didn't know what it was. We thought it might have been, I don't know, a weapon of sorts.
Yeah, well, it was a kraken dragging us down, and now one of our companions is also missing. So that's a lot of fun. There's a couple of people who can't breathe underwater, but I think they're being protected by the ship. It's got a level of enchantment on it.
Well, and he kind of looks down and points to his pack. Says, "I've got a couple things in there that could help."
So I've heard of something called gillyweed. Apparently, it's very useful. But
Never been it myself, but I've got some gilthorn. It's not nice. It's painful, but it works.
oh, that's exactly what. Especially the tall young one. He definitely needs an extra dose of that. But
I'll make sure when I get there.
yes, the short one with the squirrel. Please, he's a decent enough thing. You can look after him. The other one, don't kill him, but you don't need to be gentle.
Oh, he likes it rough.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll take good care of them.
Good.
These two, they're okay to come with me. Yes, you don't
Yes.
mind them.
There'll be.
What are you doing, though?
I'm going to Well, I'm going to try and help you guys get out, and if needed, be distraction, because I'm very quick and I'm very distracting.
Okay, well, and he kind of looks and he says, "The guards are coming back. We need to make it look like we're still here."
Yeah, I'm gonna duck and hide as best I can. I was like, when they've done their pass, we're gonna go. If needed, obviously, we Tritons, we have our ways. I'm gonna try drop some clouds to confuse them. Okay, and sort of, I'm obviously try and just again tuck and hide as best I can.
Yep.
Ready to sort
So
of.
yeah, I'm going to carry over your previous rolls. They were good rolls. We're going
Yeah.
to carry them across. So just copious stealth rolls. And yeah, they come past and like no one's pushed this door. The lock, yes, it's clicked, but it's not fully like disengaged. So they make their way around, and you see the guards look a little bit focused on the cages and just almost shrug and kind of turn away, and then begin their pass kind of behind the cave entrance, as they've done the few times you've seen it so far.
Right. I'll literally quickly dive to the other side, like, follow the leader, and I'll point at the other one,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just flick the locks off the cages and be like,
Yep. So as you do, the main one you've seen, the herbalist, it's called Lex. He makes his way, and you can tell he's a bit older, but he's comfortable in the water. He's lived his whole life here. He's making his way. Then you can tell this sort of 18, 19-year-old sort of female triton, she's pretty comfortable as well. She's quite steep going through the water. You'll see a comfortableness in terms of whether she's not a competitive swimmer type of thing, but she's just made her way. She spent a lot of time honing herself, even in her young age. The other one does not seem quite as quick. They are going. Then they're not necessarily going to hold you behind, but they're definitely going a lot slower than the other two.
I'll be basically taking up the rear.
You're being taken up the rear.
Naturally, I am a natural vanguard. I'll have you know. And you were concerned about me going off the rails.
You said it, not me. I just repeated.
I said
words.
I'm taking up the rear, not taking it up the rear.
Well, whatever floats your boat, mate. Whatever floats your boat.
But actually, the boat
Yes.
sank.
Yeah, boat well sank. But yeah, so you're there, and as I say, there's the one, kind of the young male, maybe sort of 16, 17, is just in front of you. As I say, he's struggling a lot more than the other two.
Poor Triton, you can't swim very well, and I'm just going to push him.
Yeah. I was saying you managed to kind of push him. Actually, give me an athletics check, please, bro.
I like my new. Oh, I completely fucked my new dice. Athletics. Not the world's best roll, but it should be a. Oh no, that's after acrobatics. 9.
Okay. You managed to push him. It's not very strong, but luckily I rolled something a bit better for him that time. So kind of you averaged out about 13. So yeah, you're able to go. You're definitely not quick, and you at least get away from sight, visibility is not massive under the water, especially the distance you've just travelled. But you're far enough away that if they were to spot these empty cages, they're not going to notice.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Cass. I know this group's had a bit of a debate and stuff, but Bray's amazing. There's only ever one Bray. I don't think I could deal with more than one, Brays. Like, oh my god, look at all those Tritons coming there.
And when they go, I'm just going to stay behind a rock and let those 3 Tritons go.
Yeah, the Tritons make their way sort of to the ship, and the kind of the taller one, the one like the herbalist, goes,
Bray! No, you're not Bray. Bray!
No,
you're not Bray. You're female. Bray!
No, is Bray the one with the arm and a bit cocky?
Yeah.
That's Bray.
Yeah.
Yes. He sent us here. No wonder you can't breathe. You're human. How did you... The Kraken?
Yeah, I don't know how much Bray's told you, but we had a
Not
run-in
much.
with an underwater beast and find ourselves here. The only reason we're still breathing is the enchantments placed upon this, well, what's left of this ship.
Yes, it seems that way. And he looks and he says, and he kind of sees William. Goes, the tall one.
I look around.
But Bray said you liked it a bit rough. I have something to help you breathe. But he said you needed it painful. He said you enjoyed it. Like,
No, I
your
don't.
thing.
No, I'm probably the one out of all of us that doesn't like the pain. I want to keep away from pain.
Oh, well, I have some things here. And he pulls out, kind of out of his little sort of leather pouch. It's just a dark barbed sort of sea plant. It almost resembles a bit of a twisted vine. And as you see, it's studded with these sort of translucent thorns. It says, do you take these and you see where we have gills? And he kind of sort of moves down his shirt and sees kind of there. It says you press this and it kind of, for 12 hours, it resembles gills. Allows you to breathe underwater.
Does it work on animals too? Because I've got, and I go to grab Fluffy and pick him up. I don't want to really leave him behind.
I'll be honest, I've never tried it, but I guess in some ways, to me, you're an animal and it works on you, so.
That's a fair point, I guess. I mean, there is catfish and dogfish and seahorses. I'm sure there must be.
I suppose
some
we just
sort
need
of
rabbit fish now.
I mean, there's a
Yeah,
rabbit
or
sea
sea-
slug.
Or sea rabbit.
Sea rabbit, sea hare sea.
Hair sea. I
Yes,
like that one.
we could try it.
What about
Just if-
squirrels?
Yeah.
I've equally never tried it on a squirrel, but as I say, I'd just cut a little bit and it doesn't hurt too much. And you see him kind of touching the thorns and they're not breaking his skin immediately. He says they're quite soft and it does hurt. I won't lie, it does hurt. But for 12 hours, you should be able to breathe pretty well underwater. And well, within that time, we could maybe go looking for some of my friends. They have at least a bit of magic. I guess that would help you more than this.
It all sounds good, but might I ask, do you know Bray? What's happened? What led you to be here in the first place?
Well, I've lived underwater all of my life. I don't know Bray, I'm afraid. Apart from, well, like half an hour ago. He did save us, so I guess we're sort of in his debt a little bit. Which seems dangerous, having met him so far. But anyway, we've lived underwater in a pretty calmful. My brain's not fucking working.
Calmful.
Pretty harmful, pretty harmless life so far. But recently, as either your prayer mentioned about the Finn folk. Now there's
Finn folk?
Finn folk. I don't want to call them a cult, but it's the only word I can use. down here underwater, they believe that you up on the mainland, they believe that you... how do you put this? They believe that you take more than you give to us. They believe you take more from the sea than you give back to it. Now, we understand that is just sort of part of life. We've learned to accept it. But these want to almost create a rift that doesn't quite exist, to go up onto the mainland and attack people like you. We are just simply trying to stop them from doing this. We see the harm it could have on our innocence down here if a war began. Unfortunately, we got trapped.
Oh, is that why you mentioned being captured and freed?
Yes. Well, the Finn folk, anyone who, not even if you go against them, simply if you don't fight the same cause as them, they want to capture you. And, well, some get kept as prisoners, some as slaves, others sacrificed to, I don't know what they call it, but a god that they have.
And if they found people like us shipwrecked, would they capture them?
They wouldn't like you. Your mainland folk. And Bray, he'd be at risk, but they may not go to him, seeing him as underwater, but they'd maybe take one or two of your party easily.
If they found one of us, and you see almost we're underwater, and yet William's starting to almost sweat, where he's thinking and he's letting his brain kind of go as it does. If they found one of us top planned, whatever
Mainland.
mainland. Sorry, would they just drown them? Would they try and keep them alive? We've lost Ember. Would they keep her alive by giving her this, like you're giving us?
So he looks over at Kaz and says, "Does he need the truth or something comforting?"
The truth is preferable.
She may have been drowned. Some get drowned and left to float, but have you found her body?
No.
That leaves hope. If she had been drowned or killed just here, they wouldn't have bothered taking the body. They'd have simply left the body to drown and decompose slowly down here. They'd have no need for the body. If she has been taken and there's nobody, maybe her fate is worse. Maybe she's kept as a prisoner or slave, or even worse, kept as a sacrifice.
Okay, and sorry, William.
No, you go, please, because please, Cass.
Then I think where can we find Bray? Is he on his way back? Is he?
Where's Bray at this point?
Look up behind them. And I've been standing behind. I've been hovering in the air, just like behind the shipwreck, listening in the entire time.
So he'll kind of says, he's on his way. He'll be here to give his view, I'm sure, soon enough.
I mean, I've been here the entire time, but that's besides the point.
Oh, yes. There's your friend, Bray. Kaz, William, nice to meet you all.
Also, there's Tony, I think his name was.
Oh, the fisherman, Jack.
Tony. He has a
Tony
toe
or
and
Jack?
a knee,
Jack.
so...
God. My brain, you lot. Good job, it's nearly a break. Says, well, don't know what, as I say, I can give you some of this gilthorn, but I don't know what else.
Try not to hurt him too much.
Yeah, I heard your request. Sorry, forgive my lack of manners. What are your names? Who are we?
I'm Lex. Nice to meet you. And this here, we have they're twins. We have Lena and Luna.
It's a pleasure to meet you all, and I think we'll accept your offer of help. I think we need to
Yeah,
find a
just I really need to get going. I want to go, but I just got to ask. You say sacrifice to a god. Is this a god that you know of? Is there a god that you follow and it's different?
I personally, I can't speak for Lena or Luna, but I'm not religious. I'll be honest, I don't know who this god is they even worship. They just speak of the god. To be honest, I've kept away from them as much as I can.
And Bray, what did you make of it? Is
I mean-
Loren there?
I couldn't see any trace of her, and in these cages there's only these three. Though there were a cycle of guards at guarding the area. So it's a bit of a apparently they're strong, so we need to be careful of that. If they're an issue, then it might be an issue for all of us in the end.
You say cages? They were put in cages, not in bowls or tanks.
No, we've been caged.
This is why I said they didn't have to be gentle with you, William.
I'm not trying to be rude. I just the last time I saw a fish was
Not
We're not
Fish.
fish.
We are friends.
your
Not food.
It's a good job. Chris and Zach aren't here.
Chris and Zach, who are they?
They're some friends of ours. You know.
Fisherman.
I feel like a real horrible, like a look. I stopped.
Yeah,
I stopped now.
they're fishermen, basically. But
Um,
yeah, look, the long and short of it is, Tony, how far away are we from shore? Oh, by the way, everyone, we've been unconscious for like 10 hours. But how far away are we from shore?
Oh, we've had a long rest.
Tony. Who's Tony?
Sorry, Jack. Tony.
Yes, sorry, Bray. Jack was me, not Tony. Sorry.
Yeah,
You must have hit your head on the way down.
Probably. Oh, I'm just in a mood, so I don't care.
Or thick.
I really wouldn't push your luck right now. How far from shore were we?
Quite a way. Easily a few miles.
And that probably means there's no way for us to send you back to go warn people not to send boats out for now. If the Kraken's going to just start pulling people down.
Not easy.
How are we a few miles out, but only 15 meters under? This is very weird. That's very weird.
I would imagine the land underwater mirrors the land above. Would be high spots, low spots, but it's lucky we're on a higher spot.
Not to call
This is
Aiden
fine.
out as someone who studied marine science.
No, there's reasoning to the land beneath Elystra.
Magic. It's always the excuse that's needed. Magic in world building.
No, it's not even magic actually. This one.
Magic in world building. But I will actually. I'm going to just swim straight up and see if I can actually see anything.
Yeah. So, Bray swims up, reaches the surface, and as I say, looks around, and just working out because I should know where you are.
And how long roughly does
yeah.
it take to get to the surface? Because if it's 15 meters, it's what? 40 feet. 45 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can
Yeah,
do that in
so
6
not-
seconds.
Yeah, you're pretty speedily there, to be fair. And looking around, you. Why is my map thing not working? There you go. You see sort of a few islands, like very small, in the distance. But one thing I will say you notice is that when you now look down from where you currently are, you notice and this is when the DM's trying to find more of his notes, which aren't loading apparently, because that's useful. Okay, here we go. You look down and you see this almost a shadow. Yeah, you'd see it actually. You notice something it seems as if there's a large mass, 30, 40, 50, probably 100 meters long, almost directly beneath where you are currently.
So I will swim back down. As I did.
So as Bray is swimming down, because you guys didn't initially come down visibly as such, you were probably panicking, oh my god, we're being eaten by a kraken. You begin to see the form of a huge titan with dark greying and black and blue skin, and you see him he's very much laid down, he's almost in a trance, but when you see him, like, literally he has this huge, almost grey-black shawl all over him, sort of neck down to feet, which you do see the crashed boat on. You do see almost coral and rocks growing on him.
My god, was the cave I found them in his asshole?
It wasn't, no, but it was growing on him.
Don't you hang your head, Chris? That's a perfectly valid question.
It wasn't.
It depends if he's lying face up or face down.
I mean, it wasn't that deep a cave by the sounds of it, so it could just been his belly button.
And he holds a goal. I've been inside him.
There isn't, as you look around, just this giant, like, bit pointing up to, like, the top. If he's laying on his back.
There's no random fin morning glory.
No. he's
It's not something flopping around, just like tight.
No, he's in a long form trance. He's almost. Yes, you can see he's got this bluish grey skin, but this is almost if he's slightly turned to stone.
Okay. Right. Excuse me. Lex Luthor.
Yes. I like that surname. It rhymes. Well, it doesn't rhyme. It's alliteration.
Yes, it is. The giant primordial beast, Triton, giant,
Yes.
we are currently on top of.
Yes, he resides. He gives us a little bit of, how do we say, height, when we don't want to be in the depths of the sea.
I was the fuck is up with that?
So, you guys probably would roughly be aware of this. Bray probably would know little bits, but maybe not specifics. He wouldn't recognise as this. So, a quick 30-second lore. It's one of the elder guardians of Elystra. Some are awoke, some are asleep. This is Aquos, who is essentially the elder guardian of the sea, and he is currently in his sleeping state.
Right. Well then. Okay, that is. I'm going to go swim up to his face. And I'm going to swim up to his face.
So you make the sort of however many meters, as I say, he is massive, a complete titan. You made the 20, 30, 40, 50 meters swim up to his face. And as you get there, it is this huge blue face, this kind of grey sort of beard etched on it, this flowing kind of white grey hair going backwards. I'll send you all a picture of him, actually, so you've got a picture.
I'm sort of like,
It was obviously Cass and I are next to each other. So I've heard of Aquos. The Guardian of the Water. I can't remember the song. I'll have to try and remember it, but I'm sure he commands the tides and he calms the raging storms, and normally he grants safe passage to sailors with his magic. So why would we be pulled down if that doesn't make much sense to me.
Admittedly my knowledge isn't that great, but if he's dormant, then he's not able to protect us from things like the Kraken. But I mean, I suppose we're lucky we landed on him.
Do you think he's dormant because these people are trying to sacrifice? They're not trying to sacrifice him. Can't try and sacrifice him to. whatever this god is, surely.
What would Kaz know about the Guardians?
He would just sort of traveling Elystra probably a lot more than the rest, just through your time. You'd know that the Elder Guardians have existed from long before the New Age. They were created pretty early on within Elystra. There's 5 you've got. You've got Gaia, Zephyr, Pyre, Aquos, and Zenith. They all kind of follow like sort of fire, earth, air, light, that kind of thing. You won't have studied them as such, I don't think, so you won't have a deep, vast knowledge. But you will know, probably just through tales, that they shouldn't be asleep currently.
Okay. And I would imagine they're pretty indestructible to most mortal things.
Yes, they live alongside the legendary dragons. So the legendary dragons and the Elder Guardians are pretty much sort of the I guess it's trying to do quick math, 17, 18 of them that guard Elystra. So they are pretty strong creatures.
I think, William, that the Guardians are going to be troubled by the likes of anybody of our nature. But the bigger question is, why is he dormant?
Bray, how much do you know about Aquos? Do you know, do you, being part of a Trident heritage? I know you lived in the mountain. I know about it. Have you ever heard of anything about this?
Well, I'm about 50 meters away at the guy's face,
Yeah,
not on the ship.
Of course. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, so I will say just
You
for more Dudley's
racist, that
awareness
is
of Bray's
Lex,
knowledge.
Luna, and...
I said it so thinking it's you.
Exactly, yeah. No, I'll say just for sort of Dudley's usage here, Bray will be aware of Aquos, similar to how anyone of the tribe would be. Like, especially, actually, he probably learnt more in his monk time. He probably learnt a lot more in that time about the kind of history of Elystra. Maybe not specifics, like how do you summon them, where are they based? He's not going to know that. But he will just know sort of about them. And similar to Kaz, that they shouldn't be dormant right now.
Yeah. I'm as I sort of get up to the face, I'm gonna have a. I wouldn't quite say a moment. I'm gonna sort of I want to have like a little swim and a lap of his head. I just don't trust Luke. Whenever I say something, and he has a smirk or looks at the corner, he's like, I don't trust him. And I'm gonna I'm gonna sort of. I keep wanting to say fly, but because obviously 3D movement in water, I'm gonna do like a perimeter loop of his head, and back to sort of like the third eye sort of situation, like the center of the head, and sort of. Gonna let myself just float down, and I'm gonna sit on the top of his head.
Okay.
And going to, I wouldn't say attempt to meditate, but it's because obviously he is deeply emotional at this particular moment. Like, very much hoping that Loren's alive, not dead, but also still very annoyed. Glad everyone else is alive, not dead. Still very annoyed. Glad Cass is alive. Not annoyed with Cass. Like, just in that general sort of thing. And it's just... But there's this weird... I don't want to say like direct kinship sort of thing, but it's a Triton that's giant. Whereas almost I don't want to say an uncanny parallel, but it's almost a... Like,
he feels something to relate to.
Yeah, like, oh shit, this is, so it's just gonna sit there and sort of like, at the moment, like putting his hand like just down again in front of his sort of crossed legs, just trying to get a general read, almost like he's pushing key in sort of thing to try and get a read because obviously, as I said, knowing he shouldn't be asleep, no, something's not quite right. But it's not. I'm not trying to sort of just get the whole like, oh, give me his whole story. But it's just that general like, is there anything I can feel here? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's an emotional giant water person. Slash another one.
Now this time will be an Arcana check, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Shablam. Fucking hell. Dirty 20.
Cool.
I like my new dice.
I don't. As you're feeling kind of a sense from Aquas, you're trying to sort of learn something about him. Why is he like this? And as you're doing it, you're going through and you're struggling to sense memories, but you're slowly almost recalling recent sort of thoughts he's had. And it's for the first time you're feeling Aquas is almost scared and nervous. You're feeling this is a new sensation for him.
Stunning strike.
He's never felt. Pardon.
Stunning strike. Punch him in the face.
You're not killing the Triton. Yeah, you sense that despite being in this sleep state, it's almost more of a trance than a sleep. It doesn't feel naturally occurring either. And you feel this fear, this uncertainty, this Titan who has always been confident, always been strong, always been larger than any enemy. He's never had to worry about anything. For the first time, more because he almost subconsciously knows he's in this trance and knows he can't do anything to help. That's where his fear is coming from.
Can I, if I just look over the side, can I spot his trident? Because obviously his trident is about the same size as it.
Yes, his trident's massive, yes. So you kind of for the first time look off the side of him, and this is where you first notice the depth drop. And you actually notice he's almost floating along this sort of current that's taking him. However, his trident is not near him.
Bray is going to sort of get up from his mediation. As he does so, almost like, not in like an overly intentional way, but as he does this, almost like he's just taken a single knee.
Yeah.
Whereas before he might like just kick off or jump up or something like that. But this is it is very much not with an overall intent, but there is obviously it's a respect from a relatable kinship.
Yeah.
No words, no dramatics, just hand down again, trident down on the other as he brings himself up, and he's just going to swim back to the boat.
Yeah. And as Bray makes his way in the party, sort of William's allowed to be less confused now that Bray's back, not just confused by the other Tritons. We will take a short 5-minute break there because it is bloody warm. I need another drink. And I think we all do a 5 minutes break from shenanigans. So I'll always say to you guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, who shenanigans? Who knows? But no, thanks for joining us on the first part of the first episode of 2026. It's been great to play again. I don't know who he's pointing at, to be honest, because everyone's screen is probably in different orders. Mine he's pointing at Kaz. Kaz has been absolutely fine.
It's almost like there's a layout though, so people can see exactly who I'm pointing out on the layout.
I'm not even looking. Would that be?
You know the painting where it's like this a god and a human like touching on that. That's what it just looks like with me and Willie
pointing to.
Fantastic. Well, that note, we will catch you in about 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, and we will see what the next hour has in store. We'll catch you in about 5 minutes. Cheers, everyone.
Bye for now.
Anyway, yeah, I'm so glad
Hey.
Rexy's not here.
Rex, he doesn't mean that. We probably, I don't know. We love you. Hey everyone, welcome back to what episode are we? Episode 10. I want to say. I think episode 12, session 10. I think is what it is.
Do we have to say Happy New Year in this one? Because obviously we haven't actually seen it. Like, just
We have an unhappy Christmas because we recorded the Christmas one on like the 10th of December or something. So
No, we
happy
didn't.
Christmas.
No,
happy...
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Oh, no, it was
No.
Christmas Eve. Of course it was. Not that we
Yeah.
mentioned then the session we recorded the next day about how we've just recorded the Christmas one. But yes, happy 2026. It is really good to have everyone back.
And
Genuinely
I made
is.
a motherfucker.
And this
Yeah,
is session 10.
It's a session 10.
episode
Thank
10,
you. So yes,
episode
session 10.
Double
Episode
digits,
10.
guys. Double digits.
Double digits.
8 more till we're
yes.
legal.
Christ. Thank you, Dudley.
That's
No,
when it can.
is,
That's when it can get bad.
Oh my god, you two. No, genuinely, it's really lovely. I'm just saying before we do start, it is nice to have everyone still jumping on. It's nice to still see views on like the Spotify, YouTubes, and Twitch. I read some statistics.
The YouTube.
I think the YouTube. I'm basically 90. No, I saw a stat. I think it's 97% of podcasts and like YouTube channels, that kind of like that streaming type thing, don't ever make it past 3 episodes. So, like, surely that's top 5% already. Which generally, like, and to like my players and the viewers, like, thank you for everyone for being here because that's like we've got past 3 episodes. We're on whatever 12 maybe. So yeah, I'm not gonna be soppy because it's not that moment yet, and there will be soppy moments to come at some point. But on that note, we are back on the water. Well, under the water. On Aquos. Now you've learnt. Under the water, as Bray has just come back. And meet you all back on the ruins of the ship. What would you all like to do?
Well, we're not on the ground. We're floating.
Oh, on this
Floating.
Guardian.
So we might not be exactly where we think we're going to be. We are not a few miles out. We have been floating on a tad.
And we've been...
No, we've been floating on a Titan.
We've also been unconscious for 10 hours. We could be 3 miles from where we were.
Precisely. And I dare not open my arm, because if I open my arm, water's going to flood in and ruin all my maps.
That's true.
So I need to keep this shit sealed.
Yeah, is your arm watertight? That's one thing we never worked out.
Yes, it is. It's a very well made aesthetic.
So, what's the plan? To just go around every part of this elder and see if we can find any sign of Loren?
So, Cass, what do you think the plan is? We're going to have a little look around, try to find Loren?
That's what I said. Cass, tell him.
As this goes on, the youngest of the 2 twins, Lena. Are we gonna find Loren and look around? Kaz?
I kind of look around everybody. Yes, we need to find our friend.
Fluff.
Let's hope.
Fluffy, what do you think we should do, Fluffy?
Well, I think I'd rather like to breathe first.
Lex, can we have some of that
Oh yes, the Gilthorn.
Gilthorn, please? Yes.
He kind of reaches in and kind of looks at Fluffy. Kind of cuts 2 smaller bits. Have you kind of got Lady Velvet out at this point? Kind of
Yeah.
make him. Yeah, so he kind of cut similar, really, kind of little bits to go on, sort of just aside next, and then bits for Jack and the 2 of you. And just says, "Here, just place it on your necks. You'll feel the thorns. They'll kind of gently pierce the skin. You'll feel them stick. It'll hold for about 12 hours or so."
Oh, kind of push them in.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Yes,
Go,
you feel
"Oh."
the little bit of piercing. It's not too, almost more just like a nick with a razor. Like it's a little bit, but then it's almost gone instantaneously as you feel it almost seal.
Luke doesn't
around
know what
the
that's
little
like.
sharp-
I don't.
Like a short
So,
stabbing from a dagger.
You know
So
what that is.
as he pushes them in, oh, Aqua, yeah, that was the song. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah, come on, Barbie, let's go party. That is his song. I'm sure it was something along those lines. That's giving both of you inspiration. That's the long rest inspiration.
I want to hurt you so badly.
The only reason you're not getting hit right now.
Legitimately, I will unarmed strike lightning backhand you off of this motherfucker.
But I'm also going to do the whole AIDS, giving them the AIDS once again.
So as you do, Lex kind of sees your pierces on and kind of helps you with like the animals to kind of get them on. Says, "Well, there's two ways we could go about this. I could go back with my clan, and that's fine. You've saved me. By no means am I tied to you. You can do what you want. Or I could take you to some of my people. I'm not saying we have the answers by any stretch, but we may be able to help here and there. They may have clues on where some of the Finn folk are. Maybe that's where your friend could be."
You know roughly where we are in the water right now.
And you see him look around. He says, "I have a sense. I don't know exactly. We don't use maps down here. But I can sense where my kin are. And I can tell where they are from here."
And if your kin had found our lost friend?
They, like me, probably would have tried to help. Tried to take her in and stop the Finn folk attacking. We don't believe in this rift between ourselves and the mainland. As we say, many innocent would die if it became a war. We want to help. So if they found her, she should be safe. But if they didn't, as I said before, I'd be worried.
I mean, all we really want to do is be the fishmen friends. You know, we don't want to be, any of your enemies.
Oh, we would never view you as an enemy. You haven't come here to cause us harm, and you haven't yet. And besides, Bray actually helped us. We want to do something to help you at least.
What general direction do we need to head in?
And he kind of looks around, and you see him kind of point off to the side of the Triton.
It's not the
So
way
just-
of the cave, is it?
No. So the cave was... Now you kind of roughly know where the body parts of the Triton were. You were essentially off towards like his left leg. He's pointing more towards sort of the right side of his chest, kind of going off that way. So more, say sort of you went sort of south, he's pointing more west.
Yeah. I'm going to make one very quick pass. If anyone wants to gather up what they need, when I get back, we can head on our way. And I'm going to just kick off the boat, and I'm going to swim towards where the cave was. Not close enough to be like going in sort of thing, but I want to just see if there's any sort of mobilization going on. Like, is there anything we need to be concerned about? I don't want us to get suddenly jumped.
Yeah, so as you get there... Actually, can we have another stealth check? 'Cause it has been a bit of time. Give us a
Of
little
course,
stealth check.
I will use my different new dice because I bought myself 2 sets of new dice because I'm that bitch. And Luke hasn't used his because I'm very upset with him.
Do you know what? Next roll I will. It's just trying to read this dice.
20.
If people want to see. So that's my normal size dice. This is the dice that Dudley bought me.
I love it.
So yeah, I will. Do you know what? I will roll it next time. You might just have to bear with me whilst it.
It just means when we go away, you can just be like, I've just got my pocket watch. Just roll the dice.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah, you're comfortable. You get there, and there's nothing to be seen. The doors are almost swung wide open of every cage now, but there's no guards in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. I'll very quickly swim back and sort of like, try to do that cool, like just underwater, just landing where it looks like I'm just flying in ever so like elegantly, just landing with my trident. Right, the guards aren't there. I don't know where they've gone. I don't know if they've been watching us. I haven't spotted anything, but we need to just be careful as we make our way.
So are you going with Lex to like his people, as he keeps referring to them as?
Yes.
Okay, so so you leave with him, and it's you guys have only got 12 hours of thing. Yeah. You make your way towards the city of Tyrane, is where he's taking you, and you make it within 3-4 hours. Yes, it's a struggle with those humans like swimming speed. We've definitely got an interesting mix of sort of the Tritons trying to assist the non-Tritons. Bray probably won't, but the other three definitely are.
I'd be helping Kaz.
Visage. I've got an image of Bray
was...
holding like the hand of like Lady Velvet and one hand of Fluffy and just like pulling them along.
You think I'll be pulling Fluffy along?
Yeah, true, actually. Maybe Lady Velvet. Okay, one hand for Kaz and one hand for Lady Velvet.
He will literally sit on my back like a magic carpet while I'm just...
What was the city that you said we were heading?
Tyrane. Thyraen. Because I hate spellings. Reckon I like them. You guys hate me with my spellings. That's probably the way to put it. That'd be Tyrane. And you make it to Tyrane, and you see it's this. It does not look much different. It's a lot deeper. You can tell now it's got darker, it's got murky. You've definitely got a lot lower within the waters as you've left the body of Aquos. It's a lot colder. Not cold where you think. Oh.
As we're sort of leaving, can I try and just like... I kind of want to just like nick a piece of beard. Just something that's like not significant. It's like, so there's like that little...
Yeah, I'd say you could take a little bit. He's got a massive beard, so you're fine to take a little. He won't notice.
And it's just going to like tie it around to the edge of my trident.
Yeah, of course. So you take that. And yes, you guys arrive within about 3 to 4 hours. You do arrive at Tyrane. And as you get there, it's very similar to like an above ground city. It's not like very cliched where it's a big dome or it's all Atlantis. It's something you would very much recognise. The cities are looking normal. They don't seem to bother too much though with roads because most seem to just kind of swim their way. It's generally sort of more pod-like, but other than that, it's very similar. And he goes down. You see Lex sort of go down and almost stop at the bottom as you all sort of congregate around him. He just looks around you and says, "Well, welcome to Tyrane. It's not much, but it's home. There's definitely some people here who'd like to hear your story, and I'm sure there's people who you'd like to hear theirs too. I'm afraid we don't have a fancy name like the Finn folk do. We're just common folk trying to do what's right for the rest of the underwater people. But your friend, what was her name again?"
Slut. It's Loren.
Loren. And what did she look like? I can try and get some people looking.
Sort of just we'll paint just like the general, very like long orange hair, buff build. Doesn't tend to wear many clothes, but also is oddly well covered up at the same time.
Yeah. So perfect. I will let some people know. And he's looking kind of... You kind of see this big sort of city clock in the middle. Which was time doesn't have much concept. It is more just to allow people to sort of regulate sleep. There's there's a few things going on. It's sort of around 7, 8 in the evening. Says we can either go and find people now, we can go and ask some questions, or I've got a few beds at my house spare. We can go and kick in for the night.
My guess would be make sure that they can breathe beyond the 12 hours.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Right. If you do actually follow me to my house, I've got something which will help.
Yeah, it sounds good, yeah.
Perfect. So he begins to lead you through these sort of city walkways, and as I say, it's almost houses which have been dotted here, then everywhere. There's no sort of set structure. Some are almost like tied to rocks. They're kind of slightly floating. But it's a peaceful city as you're making your way through. And you make your way to Lex's home, which is very humble. It's kind of one floor, but it's very kind of like completely open plan. It's like a big hall essentially, with loads of different beds and things in it. And he goes into a cupboard, begins searching through, pulling out all these drawers, and he comes out with 5 necklaces, each with a little white gem on it. He kind of hands them to Jack, 2 to Kaz and 2 to William. It says, wear these, put them, maybe attach the gem. I don't know if you've got a collar on your creature, but these, how do I put it? You won't be able to breathe like completely, but it will make it like on the boat, when it was like thick air. This will be similar. It won't be as easy as above ground, but you would at least be able to breathe down here.
Thank you very much. That is
Yeah.
just what we need.
Yes, thank you so much.
And these, do they last a long time?
They shouldn't run out. Certain gems that grow down here have surprising uses. One of them is to allow those to breathe.
Well, I no longer feel special.
Yeah, but you don't also need one of these to survive down here, Bree.
I know, but it felt nice being the only one that could actually do something underwater.
You still can. I mean, I've seen you. You're flying around like a Triton missile compared to us that are just, kind of fish out of water, I guess is good terminology here.
You need to stop calling and referring to Tritons as fish.
Oh, no. I was talking about
away.
the saying. Bray.
But Lex looks at kind of forward. And obviously, like if he's in this building still, it's complete open plan. Other than like a little curtain, which is obviously more like a
modesty
WC,
curtain.
A modesty curtain. Everything else is pretty open. She looks around and says, "Well, as I say, I'm more than happy to get some people together and talk. We've been captured for a while. There might be some news. There might be something nearby."
It's probably worth going and letting people know that you're safe.
That is true.
Well, while we're at it, we should probably go and introduce ourselves to the leader of the place, so they don't just walk out and see, or swim out, I should say, and just see, hey, look, random surface dwellers, and half a Triton with a missing arm.
Yeah, they would be a tad confused, but okay. Of course. If I make my way with you, they will know me. I can introduce you, or you can introduce yourselves, you can meet them. And then, well, we can go from there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's go make some introductions and see. Well, I was going to see the lay of the land, but we'll see the lay of the sea.
Very funny cast. And we'll swim off.
Of course. Perfect. So he takes you, and he begins to sort of lead you towards this huge domed building. Very much at the end, it's very much like a sort of a key main street that leads down. This hall itself seems to be made of the little gems that hangs on the end of your necklaces. And Lex takes you as these huge, gorgeous white, what looks like marble doors. You see there's bits of kind of coal inlaid, but coal actually with colour this time inlaid into this door. And you hear Lex just this huge knock on this door, and he says, "Well, now we wait."
Knocking on Demon's door.
Of course. But I must ask you, he kind of looks more at Bray and William here, and he says, "Be respectful in here. This is the leader of the city. He doesn't necessarily agree with us trying to go out and stop these for ourselves. He believes we should leave it to the guards, but he accepts that some of us want to take this into our own hands, and he will help. Just doesn't agree with it as such."
And does he have a name or a title we should refer to him by?
"Oh, Krynon.
Right on.
Krynon, yes. Krinon.
Oh, I actually got that. Right.
Brilliant.
Yes,
But yes, amazing. Yes, so as you're there, he kind of sits and waits. As soon as you're waiting for the doors to open, he's just sort of sat casually, twiddling his thumbs, just leaning against the wall. How are the group all feeling at this point?
Somewhat nervous that I'm going in here with Bray and William.
I don't know why.
Both of whom
Bray is-
aren't talking to, well, Bray who isn't talking to William, and William who will talk to anybody.
Bray is very appropriate with authority figures.
Okay, and how is William?
William is actually he's thinking about Loren, and he starts thinking about Aurora, and he's like, I don't. We need to get going. It's like in his head, he's like, we need to get this talk done and get going. We need to find them.
It's fine. If he
Like,
doesn't
it's
kill
really
them, he'll
good
just
in
drive
his
them
mind,
away.
Yeah. So as you've got the confidence almost of William, the surety of Bray, and the Kaz, just you could tell he's just nervous as to what's to come with the kind of two either side of him. And Jack is still there. Jack's still in tow. These two great marble doors open. In front of you is this long chamber, very ornate, across this very similar white marble with coral kind of follows through to the main room.
Follow through.
And yes.
Sorry.
And as you make your way in, solely sat on what can be described as a throne at the end, is a quite muscular, probably mid-50s, like human equivalent mid-50s, Triton. He just looks at you all and just says, "So, what have we got here? I hear you're wanting to have some answers. How can I help?"
That is a very good question, Krynon. Thank you for seeing us.
Of course.
Primarily, we're looking for a lost companion. I don't know if you've been informed, but
I've been made aware that one is missing temporarily. Yes.
well, that is our first priority, to find our friend. And then,
Cool.
if Bray here seems to have found a few of your captured people and freed them, it seems you have somewhat of a dispute with these Finn folk.
We do, yes. I don't really like them, to put it simply. They are trying to cause a war between us and the mainland. Why? Because of some made-up rift that they created? What a load of bollocks, if you ask me.
Quite, but there is the risk that if your people haven't found our friend, that they may have.
There is. I don't know what to say. He kind of looks at Lex. Says, "Lex, is it true that they rescued you and the siblings. And it's like, yes. So they kind of a little bit of back and forward. As well, if his agreed is true, and you have rescued one of our own, we must help you. We can't allow those who help our kind to go unaided. So, I guess I can help with a little bit of knowledge. I had a report this morning, and you kind of see him got all these different papers, and he kind of starts going through them. He says, and he kind of pulls out one. Right. There was a structure. Apparently, there was some humans, some underwater creatures, caught not too far from here. Just past a few wrecks, past couple of reefs away. But it's heavily patrolled. That's the one worry. It's quite, seems quite secure. But I don't know if it is your friend, I'm afraid. But there was humans, and there was some of our, kin. So it could be her. I'm afraid reports of humans, we've had nothing other than that one.
We can have a look, see, I mean, and don't worry, if we thank you for the information. And if we do have a look, we can make sure if we do see any that belong to your township, we can escort them back.
That would be much appreciated. Now, I've been told it was quite a, how do I put it, sneaky way you rescued our friends. Now, I like that. That is a sense of intrigue, a bit of intelligence there. However, going forward, not all of them are like that. Not all of them are stupid. A lot of them have intelligent scouts, smart warriors, and officers who lead them. It might not be as easy as you found it this time.
Oh, trust me, experience has taught me not to underestimate a fight, let's say.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely do.
We can certainly have a look and see what we can find in a bit of a jiff.
Of course, well, I'm afraid there's not a lot we can offer you here. We don't have much between us. We have a few supplies here and there, but other than that, we are simple folk. But we can offer you accommodation if you don't have it. We could offer you food and drink if you need it. I'm afraid that is all.
That's fine, because not to speak too rudely, is he seeing a cat's eyebrow raise? Obviously, we will help where we can, but obviously our main goal will be to find our lost ally. Consider that our main quest, and if we find anyone and we are able to help and bring them back, it's more of a side quest. We are...
Of course. What if I were to send Lex with you? He's not the best fighter. And as you look, kind of Lex almost gives crying on like a bit of like an eyebrow raise. That's what Kaz does with Bray. And he says, "It's okay. We know each other from old. I can say things like that." But anyway, if I send Lex with you, would that help at all?
If he knows the route and the location, then yes, it would be beneficial.
He will definitely know some of the routes. Yes, he's a herbalist, but in his younger years, he was a scout. He might not be as quick as he once was, but he still knows his way around the deep.
Certainly.
We have something on the mainland, beasts of burden, that help people travel distances. I'm not a great swimmer, and I didn't know if you had any sea beasts of burden or anything that maybe could help us get there. I'm going to need my strength in the way of, I'm a magic caster. So, swimming isn't really my strength. Is there any way we can have assistance?
I get that. And he looks around, and he looks over at Lex. Says, "Lex, is your pet still around?" And you see a kind of a grin appear on Lex's face. He says, she is. She is. She's waiting for us when I got back. I will get her. She'll be able to help travel the party, I'm sure." And looks back and says, "Okay. You will have travel, thanks to Lex and his pet."
Thank you.
Pet?
That sounds promising.
Yes, a pet. And he kind of is Fluffy or Lady Velvet anywhere near at all?
Oh, Fluffy's with me. Fluffy is with me.
Oh, yeah, with being underwater, my hood will be down most of the time.
Yeah. So he says, like your pets, you have the furry ones. Lex here has a less furry one.
I'm excited to see. I also just dropped a metal dice on my foot because I'm very clever.
Lovely.
Ow.
But yes, he will definitely help you. Your pets, though, are you needing them to be
Killed.
kept safe, or are you wanting them with you?
I'm gonna probably leave Fluffy here. Is he okay to be with you? I mean, he's brilliant at telling jokes.
I'm more than happy to look after your pet if I need to. And with that, you just hear from Fluffy, why am I being left with him? William!
Because at this moment in time, this is a stealth mission.
I'm
and
very
no offense,
stealthy.
Fluffy, you've got a mouth on you that is
I
just
can
good
be
for
quiet.
jokes. Okay. I'm gonna test you then. Let's see if you
Okay.
can not talk until B, Cass, and Bray get back.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Ah,
Not even in people's minds.
can I talk to... is Lady Velvet staying too?
Yes.
Can I talk to her?
Well, I mean, you have to ask Cass nicely if he's gonna let Lady Velvet out to play.
So she so Fluffy sort of flies her. Cass! Can I be friends with Lady Velvet?
Well, that'll be the
Please.
great test, won't it?
She will get on very well. Does she speak?
Not unless I use magic, no.
Ah.
Well, she doesn't
If
speak.
I-
I can speak to.
if I could speak to her mind, and then I can know what she's thinking. Magic.
You could.
That
maybe
means
both
I
of you
also
could-
don't have to talk.
That's true. And maybe you two could come up with a couple of animal-friendly jokes, and maybe even a
Animal-friendly.
little song. Yeah, and maybe work on a song together, and then we'll perform it. Yeah.
A song.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
One
that.
squirrel, one hare went. Oh, you know, you can work anything out.
Oh. Well, what about a team name for me and Lady Velvet?
Yeah. I think that would be awesome. Don't you, Cass?
I would like nothing more.
The
Pat
Twin
Kaz on the
Terrors.
back.
You've got to talk to Lady Velvet and make sure you both agree on.
I will. I will, William, I promise. And Kaz, thank you. And Fluffy just kind of tottles back next to William and kind of snuggles into his leg. Says, I believe. Don't die, William.
No,
I
no,
apologise,
no,
crying on.
Quite looks, and he's always chuckling at this. He says, "This will be a test for
Painful.
me as well." That is a good word. The squirrel, she seems quiet and easy to handle. The hare, the rabbit, seems interesting, but
You can say the same
We'll
about
see.
their owners.
oh, well, like owner, like pet.
I'm
Actually,
not
that's a
white
fucking
and
session
fluffy.
title, like owner, like pet. Well, and Crydon looks and says, "Well, anyway, when are you wanting to leave? Just so I know when I need to get ready for the animals for the pet sitting business."
To be quite frank, you've seen that Lex has just been released from the cage, and I don't know how long he was in there. It might be good to give him a
while.
rest.
Of course. And Lex looks says, "I don't need time. I'm fine." And Cryd says, "No, Rex. Rex? No, Lex. That's the one."
Yeah, fuck
Christ.
Rexy.
Yeah, I just heard that. Lex, no, Lex. You do need sleep, Lex. How about you all get to sleep, and then let's say tomorrow afternoon, you make your way. It may give Lex time to introduce you to his pet.
Cass?
Yeah.
I'm trying to whisper this. I'm trying to make sure that people don't hear. Hey. I've heard of something called a waterbed. Is that like when you sleep underwater? What is that? Is that what we're going to be sleeping on?
You're certainly going to be sleeping in water, on a bed. But for an actual water bed, and I kind of look all around, you're in one.
Oh, okay. What about pillows? Normally, with feathers, are they just going to be full of scales? Like, it's so confusing being on.
I'm sure we'll be comfortable.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just so inquisitive sometimes. And when would a farmer's hand ever get experience like this?
About as much as someone like myself would. This is all as new to me as it is to you.
I say this a bit louder. Like, it's just by accident he says this loudly. It's just those ADHD thoughts that Luke gets, which is now coming through William. Do you think you could grow potatoes on? Because they just start underground.
It's called hydroponics. You can grow a lot of things underwater.
Oh,
Yeah, Bree's probably the
Bro,
person
maybe-
to ask.
right. So we could grow potatoes.
We can have a roast potato dinner when we get Loren back.
Yeah.
As this is being said, Lex almost butts and says, "I'm afraid I've never heard of a potato." Sorry, anyway, Krynon, we will go now. There's people outside. Guys, I'm sure you can carry this on outside.
Yes.
Actually, Krynon you see him kind of run to Lex, kind of obviously dropping almost his leadership, being friends with Lex, and passes the report, which is very basic. It's exactly what I kind of said to you. Like 3 reefs along, trapped humans and Triton. So it's very basically says here, it's not much. Actually, in fact, it's nothing. But at least it's the report. It might help somehow.
Well, we'll
Thank you
for your lead, any. Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you for trying to help us surface dwellers.
Of course. Well, anyway, I will get back to leading. It's been lovely to meet all of you and your little friends. I look forward to looking after those. But anyway, I have some leading to do. So, good night and good evening.
Thank you, Crown. Good evening.
And he makes his way back to the throne as Lex leads you out.
So we could actually try and grow potatoes in water. We could grow just root vegetables, and that's as he's walking. He's just kind of trying to break to get to talk to him.
Lex kind of takes it, kind of walks away and says, "Well, I guess Jack might need to stay here. I'm not saying he's not a fighter, but he seems Jack just says, I get it. I will wait by and
I forgot you were
I
here,
will
Tony.
explore the. Oh, sorry, Brandon. Anyway, I will explore the city tomorrow. I've not got much, but I wish you all luck. That should help. Yes.
Oh, I think we're going to need it.
Well, good luck then. What more?
Just out of curiosity, when we first met him, he had a lute with him. Does he still have a lute with him?
He doesn't, unfortunately.
We will take it off his back. Here, look. Whilst we're away, it just gives you something so you're not just sitting twiddling your thumbs.
Oh, well, thank you. I will have a play of this. I'm sure I can learn it. And as he does, kind of Lex turns back to you and says, "Well, are all of you staying with me? I know Krynon said he can sort accommodation, but you're equally more than welcome to stay with me."
Is there a room that might be able to be sealed? Like, so if it was like fully sealed, so water could not get in and out.
We could try. There's probably some in the city somewhere. I suppose it's something I've never looked for, really.
I have a thought of something I'd like to try. It's more a case of I need to see if it works for future reference. But I'll be honest, I'd love to be able to try it underwater.
Oh, well, we can try it definitely. But I feel like that's a task for tomorrow. As he looks, and it's quite late at this point.
And will we meet your pet tomorrow?
My pet, yes. I didn't get to her yet, did I? Sorry.
Please tell me her name's Jif. I've spelled G-I-F.
No. It's not actually. Called Ely. How are you all with eels?
Delectable. I've eaten many in my time.
What's an eel?
Have you ever seen a snake, William?
Yeah.
Imagine one of those, but underwater, but like...
Fishy. Because anything underwater is fishy.
Like a water snake?
Yes, in a way. But...
I've seen a water
How big
snake.
are the snakes you've seen?
Oh, only... Oh, never bigger than or longer than Cass, I guess.
Okay, well, these are more 12, 15 meters long. But anyway, that's a story for tomorrow. I'm sure she'd love to meet you. But anyway, thank you again, Bray, and all of you. It's been really nice to get to know you the past 24 hours, despite the interesting circumstances.
It seems it's being mutually beneficial. Without you, we wouldn't be breathing right now.
That is equally true. So, anyway, sleep well. I think we may be in for a fight tomorrow. Or at least once we arrive. It didn't seem simple, like the one I was captured at.
It sounds like it could be challenging.
But we'll be fine. If you're all as strong as you say you are, I think we'll be just fine.
Yeah, we certainly have our strengths. That's true.
Well, and you kind of see him, he kind of goes to, kind of arrived at where his sort of lodge is. And he makes his way to the back corner, this very rickety sort of bed, and kind of surprisingly, yes, kind of you can actually float in water, but he's kind of able to at least have control of that. Bray can probably use something very similar, but he looks over to Kaz, William, the animals, and Jack. And you see he's got a couple of what essentially sort of bungee cords, but more like sort of like seaweed looking. Says, take these. They will hold you down in the beds, stop you floating. You wouldn't float away, but you'll be floating like aquas, just sort of through the water. It's not fun. Sounds fun. It's not.
No,
A
that
seatbelt.
makes sense. Yeah.
A seatbelt for your bed. Exactly.
I mean, if you've not tried it before, welcome to your introduction to BDSM.
And with that
BDSM?
lovely note,
What's BDSM?
Bray,
what's
does
BDSM?
so much silly things. Anyway, on that lovely note from Bray and William, that is where we will end the session for tonight. Not how I thought it would end. But yes, that wraps up our first chapter of 2026 of Chains of the Pantheon. Thank you again to all of you watching, and thank you all again to my players, despite continually trying to break me. Luke, do you want to do the first plug of the new year?
Yeah. Oh God, guys, come find us. You know where we are. If you've been watching us and everything, Discord, which again, no one's taken on Day at the moment with being the meme queen, and she's put some more in there, which did make me chuckle. So thank you very much for that. As Aidan likes to say, we got the Spotify and the YouTube that will be going. Our episodes will be going up on on what's happened Wednesday. All our cameras have gone off, and then there is also our TikToks, which we haven't actually got anything on.
No, we will work on that.
We are looking, and also Instagram. Again, I think there's only one post on there at the moment, which
it's just me as a clown.
Yeah, which is from our Halloween one shot. So guys, come and have a look at that as well if you haven't seen that. Again on the YouTube, on stuff like that.
I think with Aidan's permission, we might start to share some of the maybe of the lore.
100%. If there's any questions you guys have about the world, things you want me to talk about, believe me, Elystra's how do you win? Surprisingly, you free all the gods, and they're no longer silent.
Okay, but what about another question? Did we level up?
No, but you will be probably within the next 5 sessions or so. So start getting them planned. But yes, genuinely, if there's any questions about anything, whether it's the characters, the world, all that stuff, fire it our way through the social medias. You can message, I think, all things. I don't know how stuff works, guys. I'm 30, but I'm basically 90. Any questions, let us know. I can do videos on them. We can do videos. Rex is our bloody fantastic artist. I'm sure she can do stuff that way. But we're all happy to chat, I'm sure, about most things, do our campaign, our characters. But thanks, Luke, for taking us through everything. So,
thank you
so much for joining us. I'll catch you all next Friday. Same place, same time, as the story keeps on rolling. Cheers, everybody.
Right, I'll see you next week.
So we're naming the episode like, introduction to BDSM, right?